It's the top of the hour. You're watching Rajya Sabha TV with me, Tina Jha. So through the day, we've been getting you an extensive coverage of the union budget with a focus on different sectors and their allocations. In this bulletin, let's get you the key takeaways from the budget 2020 in exactly 30 minutes. First, the headlines. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman presents Union Budget 2020-21 in Lok Sabha. Emphasis on aspirational India, inclusive economic development and protection for the weaker segments. Major relief for the middle class. Finance Minister proposes new simplified tax income regime. No tax on income up to 5 lakh rupees. Income tax rate slashed for individuals who forego some deductions and exemptions. Increased capital inflows in financial sector. Finance Minister introduces reforms in the banking sector and financial market. Government to sell part or stake in LIC by bringing IPO. Insurance cover for bank deposits hiked to 5 lakh rupees from the current 1 lakh. Major announcement for farmers. Special Kisan Rail and Krishi Udan Yojana proposed. 16-point action plan unveiled for agriculture and allied activities to double farmers' income. And Prime Minister Narendra Modi says budget combines vision and action, asserts that not only will it strengthen the economy, but also empower every citizen financially. Well, the budget presented by Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman highlighted three prominent themes: aspirational India, economic development for all, and a caring society. The first theme, aspirational India, has three components: agriculture, irrigation, rural development, wellness, water and sanitation, and education and skills. 16 action points have been listed for agriculture, irrigation and development. The prominent ones include setting up of Kisan Rail to build a seamless national coal supply chain for perishables like milk, meat, fish, etc. The trains will have a refrigerator to keep goods fresh. Another initiative is Krishi Udan that will be launched by the Civil Aviation Ministry on international and national routes both, improving value realization, especially in the Northeast region and also the tribal districts.
To build a seamless national coal supply chain for perishables inclusive of milk, meat and fish, the Indian Railways will set up a Kisan Rail through PPP arrangements. There shall be a refrigerated coaches in express and freight trains as well, so that perishable goods can be quickly, easily within the country transported, and the benefit will accrue to the farmers. Krishi Udan will be launched by the Ministry of Civil Aviation on international and national routes. This will immensely help improve value realization, especially in Northeast and in the tribal districts.
In the education sector, the new education policy will be announced soon. A National Police University and National Forensic Science University have also been proposed for policing science, forensic science and cyber forensics. Besides this, a degree-level full-fledged online education program is to be offered by institutes in top 100 in the National Institutional Ranking Framework. Talking about the health sector, the government aims to eradicate TB by 2025. And to meet this goal, a program, TB Harega Desh Jeetega, will be launched. For economic development, a new scheme, Nirvik, will be launched to achieve higher export credit disbursement. It will provide for higher insurance coverage, reduction in premium for small exporters, and also a simplified procedure for claim settlements. A Vivad Se Vishwas scheme has also been announced. It will enable taxpayers who will pay only the amount of disputed tax to get a complete waiver on interest as well as penalty if the scheme is availed by the 31st of March 2020. And the first budget of this decade also unveiled changes in the existing income tax slabs, but of course with some conditions. What are these? Let's take a look in this report.
I propose to bring a new simplified personal income tax regime wherein income tax rates will be significantly reduced for the individual taxpayers who forego certain deductions and exemptions. An individual shall be required to pay tax at the reduced rate of 10% for income between 5 lakhs to 7.5 lakhs against the prevailing 20%. So, anyone who's earning between 5 to 7.5 lakhs, sir, today pays 20%. We are now reducing it in the new regime, which is devoid of exemptions, to 10% only. So an individual shall be
offering an optional lower rate of income tax to individuals. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman in her budget for 2020-21 proposed new tax slabs in addition to the existing ones. Under the proposed IT slab, annual income up to 2.5 lakh rupees will be exempted from tax. Individuals earning between 2.5 lakh and 5 lakh rupees will pay 5% tax. Income between 5 lakhs and 7.5 lakh rupees will be taxed at 10%, while those between 7.5 and 10 lakh rupees at 15%. Those earning between 10 lakh and 12.5 lakh rupees will pay tax at the rate of 20%, while those between 12.5 and 15 lakh rupees will pay at the rate of 25%. Income above 15 lakh rupees will be taxed at 30%. However, the new tax slabs are optional for the individuals. This means that if anyone chooses to pay income tax via the new income tax regime, they will not be able to claim certain exemptions, including under Section 80C and 80D, leave travel concession, housing rent allowance, deduction for entertainment allowance, professional tax and interest on self-occupied or vacant property. But if they choose to file income tax as per the old tax regime, they will be able to claim rebates but will pay more taxes. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
During her budget presentation, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that adopting sustainable cropping patterns and bringing more technology into agriculture is integral to the government's plan for this sector. She sought the cooperation of states to achieve targets. She said the government was committed to doubling farmers' incomes by 2022 and talked about various schemes that the government has already brought about for their welfare.
We have provided energy sovereignty through Kusum and input sovereignty through Paramparagat Krishi Vikas Yojana. We have provided resilience for 6.11 crore farmers insured under Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana. Focus on cultivation of pulses, expansion of micro-irrigation through Krishi Sinchai Yojana have raised the self-reliance of the country. Provision of any annual supplement of the income to the farmer directly is done through PM Kisan. Connectivity through PM GSY, Gram Sadak Yojana, financial inclusion have helped raise farm incomes.
The Finance Minister then proceeded to present a 16-point action plan for agriculture. She said the government proposes to encourage states to implement central laws. She also said that the government proposes to launch comprehensive measures for 100 water-stressed districts in the country. Also adding that farm markets need to be liberalized, farming needs to be made more competitive, and hand-holding of farm-based activities need to be provided. The government has allocated 2.83 lakh crore rupees for agriculture and allied activities, including 1.60 lakh crore rupees for agriculture, irrigation and allied activities. 1.23 lakh crore rupees for rural development and Panchayati Raj. Talking about supplementing farmers' incomes, the Finance Minister proposed that farmers who have fallow or barren land will be helped to set up solar power generation units and can sell surplus power to the solar grid, making out of their barren land. The government will also encourage balanced use of all fertilizers to discourage the excessive use of chemical fertilizers. For storage, warehouses will be set up and viability gap funding will be provided to set up warehouses.
To build a seamless national cold supply chain for perishables inclusive of milk, meat and fish, the Indian Railways will set up a Kisan Rail through PPP arrangements. There shall be a refrigerated coaches in express and freight trains as well, so that perishable goods can be quickly, easily within the country transported, and the benefit will accrue to the farmers. Krishi Udan will be launched by the Ministry of Civil Aviation, not just trains. Krishi Udan will be launched by the Ministry of Civil Aviation on international and national routes. This will immensely help improve value realization, especially in Northeast and in the tribal districts. Integrated farming systems in rain-fed areas shall be expanded. Multi-tier cropping, beekeeping, solar pumps, solar energy production in non-cropping season will be added. Sir, I had mentioned in my July budget, zero budget natural farming. That shall also be included in our activities.
Infrastructure is another key focus area in the Union Budget 2020-21. From highways, railways and airports to power and energy, the Finance Minister made big announcements for the sector. She said the government is aiming to create jobs and also development of skills through infrastructure projects. An allocation of over 100 lakh crore rupees has been announced for infra projects over the next 5 years.
The government has made a major push to the infrastructure sector in the Union Budget 2020. The government launched infra projects worth 103 lakh crore rupees, besides providing about 1.70 lakh crore rupees for transport infrastructure and highways construction.
A huge employment opportunity exists for India's youth in construction, operation and maintenance of infrastructure.
6,500 projects worth 103 lakh crore rupees under National Infrastructure Pipeline. National Skill Development Agency to give special thrust to infrastructure-focused skill development opportunities. Project Preparation Facility to be set up for infrastructure projects. This program would actively involve young engineers, management graduates and economists. National Logistics Policy to be released soon to clarify roles of the Union Government, state governments and key regulators. NLP to create a single window e-logistics market and focus on generation of employment, skills and making MSMEs competitive.
I had launched the National Infrastructure Pipeline on 31st December 2019 of 103 lakh crore worth projects. It consists of more than 6,500 projects across sectors and are classified as per their size and stage of development. These new projects will include housing, safe drinking water, access to clean and affordable energy, healthcare for all, world-class educational institutions, modern railway stations, airports, bus terminals, metro, railway transportation, logistics and warehousing, irrigation projects, etc. The National Infrastructure Pipeline.
The government is focusing on fast-paced development of highways, railways and airports under the Udan scheme. In the budget, 1.7 lakh crore rupees have been proposed for transport infrastructure in 2020-21. The government will take up accelerated development of the highways. This includes 2,500 kilometers access control highways, 9,000 kilometers of economic corridors, 2,000 kilometers of coastal and land port roads, and 2,000 kilometers of strategic highways. Delhi-Mumbai Expressway and 2 other packages to be completed by 2023. Chennai-Bengaluru Expressway to be started. Also a proposal to monetize over 6,000 kilometers of highways before 2024. In the railway sector, the government plans to set up large solar power plants alongside rail tracks. The finance minister said that Indian Railways aims to achieve electrification of 27,000 kilometers of tracks. Nirmala Sitharaman also announced more Tejas-type trains to connect iconic tourist destinations. High-speed train between Mumbai and Ahmedabad. 148-kilometer-long Bengaluru suburban transport project has also been announced at a cost of 18,600 crore rupees. The government plans to develop 100 more airports by 2024 under the Udan scheme. Air fleet number is also expected to go up from the present 600 to 1,200 during this time. Aiming to augment waterways, the government will corporatize at least one major port and consider its listing on stock exchanges. Economic activity along riverbanks will also be energized as per Prime Minister's Arth Ganga concept. The union budget has allocated 22,000 crore rupees for power and renewable energy in 2020-21. It will also take measures to reform DISCOMs. The budget has also proposed expansion of national gas grid from the present 16,200 kilometers to 27,000 kilometers. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
And Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman said that as part of disinvestment, the government is planning to sell stake in Life Insurance Corporation of India or the LIC via initial public offer. She further said that listing brings in more financial discipline among the entities. The government proposes to sell a part of its holding in LIC through initial public offer. Currently, the government owns the entire 100% stake in Life Insurance Corporation of India. In a post-budget press conference, the Disinvestment Secretary said there will be big-ticket disinvestment in the next few months. He also expressed hope of achieving 2.1 lakh crore rupees target in the next financial year.
It also gives opportunity for retail investors to participate in the wealth so created. The government now proposes to sell a part of its holding in the LIC by way of initial public offer. Initial public offer. Sir, fiscal management.
The centre will soon announce a new education policy. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman announced on Saturday. She allocated 99,300 crore rupees for the education sector. And besides this, hospitals and healthcare sector were also the main focus in her budget.
Presenting the union budget for 2020-21 in the Lok Sabha, Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Saturday announced an allocation of 69,000 crore rupees for the health sector. She also proposed to expand Jan Aushadhi Kendras in all districts of the country to provide medicines at affordable rates. To widen scope of the government's flagship scheme, Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, Union Budget proposed to set up a viability gap funding to allow empanelment of hospitals through a public-private partnership model. Currently, more than 20,000 hospitals already empaneled under PMJ. Besides this, Finance Minister allocated 12,300 crore rupees for Swachh Bharat Mission in 2020-2021. Sitharaman said government is committed to ODF Plus in order to sustain ODF behavior and ensure that no one is left behind. She said 3.6 lakh crore rupees has been approved for Jal Jeevan Mission.
So from 112 of aspirational districts, those which don't have an empaneled hospital for Ayushman treatments will be given the first priority, so that in Tier 2 and Tier 3 we have more such hospitals. This would also provide large-scale employment opportunities to youth. Proceeds from taxes on medical devices. This is very interesting. It has a bearing on what I will be saying during taxation, the Part B. Proceeds from taxes on medical devices would be used to support this vital health infrastructure which will get built in the aspirational districts. Using machine learning and artificial intelligence in the Ayushman Bharat scheme, health authorities and the medical fraternity can target diseases with an appropriately designed preventive regime. I have provided for the health sector about 69,000 crores, that is inclusive of 6,400 crores for Prime Minister Jan Arogya Yojana.
The budget also allocated 3,000 crore rupees for skill development of hospital staff and a total of 99,300 crore rupees for education. Siddharaman said that the government would also introduce foreign direct investment in the sector. She added that further steps will be taken to ensure higher quality education to students, stating that by 2030, India will have the largest working age population in the world.
By 2030, India is set to have the largest working age population in the world. Not only do they need literacy, but they need both jobs and life skills. Dialogues have been held with state education ministries, members of parliament and other stakeholders about education policy. Over 2 lakh suggestions were also received. The new education policy will be announced soon. It is felt that our education system needs greater inflow of finance to attract talented teachers, innovate and build better labs. Therefore, steps would be taken to enable sourcing external commercial borrowings and FDI so as to deliver higher quality education. Students in general stream, as opposed to those in services or technology stream, sciences and technology stream, need their employment opportunities improved. About 150 higher education institutions will start apprenticeship embedded degree diploma courses by March 2021.
Other announcements by the Finance Minister meant for the education sector included degree-level full-fledged online education program to be offered by top 100 institutes, introduction of new courses in 150 universities by 2026, among others. Apart from these announcements, Finance Minister Siddharaman also proposed to attach a medical college in existing district hospitals. Bureau Report, Rajya Sabha TV.
Asserting that the union budget will give push to the economy, Prime Minister Narendra Modi listed out various reforms announced in it and said the document has both vision and action. Reforms announced in the budget will push employment in the country and also help in doubling farmers' income. That's what the Prime Minister said. The budget has further strengthened the government's commitment of minimum government, maximum governance, adding that it has eased the taxation process.
जिन नए रिफॉर्म्स का ऐलान किया गया है वो अर्थव्यवस्था को गति देने, देश के प्रत्येक नागरिक को आर्थिक रूप से सशक्त करने और इस दशक में अर्थव्यवस्था की नींव को मजबूत करने का और गति देने का काम करेंगे। रोजगार के प्रमुख क्षेत्र होते हैं एग्रीकल्चर, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर, टेक्सटाइल और टेक्नोलॉजी। एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन को बढ़ाने के लिए इन चारों पर इस बजट में बहुत जोर दिया गया है।
And that's it from us in this bulletin. Thank you for your time.